Let's take some time now to settle the body to prepare for our class. Sitting in a comfortable position with the hands gently rested on the knees in a mudra of your choice. And the spine is straight and the head and neck are aligned with the spine. And the eyes and the mouth are lightly closed. Take a long, deep inhalation, and when you exhale, separate yourself from all the events that have happened today. Just let them all go as you release the breath. And again, take another long, deep inhalation, and this time you will release on the exhalation all of the conversations and interactions you've had today. In whatever form they may have taken, just let them all go. And again, another long, deep inhalation, this time releasing on the exhalation any thoughts or feelings of obligation of things you need to do outside of this class, and just allow yourself the gift of being right here and right now. There's nothing else that you need to do at this moment except for being present. And returning to the natural breath. And just allowing the natural breath to flow as it does. And just for a short time, observe any thoughts, feelings, or sensations that you're feeling at this moment without any judgment. Just playing the witness and accepting them as they are. And acknowledging yourself and the present moment with compassion. And now gently bring the awareness to the eyebrow center. And at this point, visualize a steady candle flame. And together we'll chant Om 3 times, Om Shanti, and the Shanti mantra to pay respect to our traditions and to each other so that we can all learn together without ill will. So breathing in first for Om chanting. Om. Om. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinadvadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. And keeping the eyes closed, before we begin the class, the theme of the class is acceptance, and this applies not only the mind but also the body. With any of the asanas that we do in this class, it's about accepting where your body is and not trying to compete or push your body, being very kind to yourself and observing and listening to your body. And if something isn't right, you can either do something else or even just visualize the practice. To begin this class, we're going to begin in a standing position. Come up standing in a standing shavasana. So having the legs in line with the hips, feeling steady and comfortable on the feet. And the arms are loose by the sides. The shoulders are back and down but relaxed, and the spine is straight. Head and neck are aligned. And if you feel comfortable, close the eyes. And first, just feel the stability of the ground beneath your feet. Feel that steadiness. And we'll move into our first posture now, which is Tadasana, the palm tree pose. So clasping the hands in front of the body, you can either keep the feet where they are or bring them closer together so the feet are together, and find a point on the wall in front of you that's not moving so that you can fix your gaze and concentrate as you come up into a small sort of balancing posture. Firstly, with the arms straight and the hands clasped together, raise the arms above the head, stretching up through the torso, and then raising the heels off the floor so that you're on the front of the feet, gazing at that point on the wall for steadiness, and stretching up right through the body. Exhale, bring the tops of the hands to the head, the heels to the floor. This is one round. Complete another 4 rounds. Inhaling as you bring the arms up, holding for a few moments, exhaling as you bring the hands back to the top of the head and the heels to the floor. On your 5th round, try and hold the upper part of this posture, so where you're stretching up on the top of the front of the feet, with the arms up, and you can breathe in the position while you're up here when you're holding, just to try and see how long you can hold the position for, and when it's right for you, come back down to the floor. And at the end of your 5 rounds, release the arms and come back to that standing shavasana. And bringing in also, while you're doing all of the postures, becoming the witness, observing what's happening in the mind and the body throughout the practice and also after the practices. Our next posture will be head to foot pose. So it's Uttanasana. For this one, stretch the arms up above the head and then bring the top half of the body over the bottom half. And you can either clasp the hands behind the knees or just let them hang loose, but allow the body to do, or gravity to do its work. And then when it's right for you, come back up, raising the arms above the head, stretching up, and then coming forward again. So complete 3 rounds of this posture, holding for your own duration. And then after your final round, in your own time, come back up to standing Shavasana. Again, just observing, accepting. We'll now come onto the front of the body, lying down on the front of the body and placing the forehead on the floor. Clasp the hands behind the neck and just relax in this posture. Keep the toes together. And just allow the body to release into the floor. We'll now move into Cobra. So for Cobra, making sure that the toes are together. The hands are at shoulder height. And for Cobra, the abdomen stays on the floor. So we're only just raising the top of the back. Inhale and then raise the head and the top of the back off the floor, curling the spine. Looking up, head is up. Exhale, gently rolling back down to the forehead on the floor. Complete 5 rounds of this practice and hold the final round a little bit longer than the others. Aiming for a smooth transition from up to down, really rolling the vertebrae very gently. Pushing through the hands. And once you reach your 5th round, come back into the child's posture, Shashankasan. And Shashankasan, child's posture, it's a posture of acceptance, but the acceptance of rest and self-care. Allowing yourself to nurture yourself in this way. And then when you are ready to come out of Shashankasan, roll onto the back into Shavasana. And again, allowing the body to release into the floor, observing your thoughts, observing the movement of energy around the body as a result of the practices so far. And then bring the heels in front of the buttocks. And then bring the soles of the feet together, allowing the knees to fall to the sides, keeping the hands by the sides with the palms facing up. And this too is a position of acceptance, of being open and ready to face whatever's coming your way in terms of life and the changes that it causes. And not pushing or straining in any way, and just realizing that with each natural breath, particularly with the exhalation, the knees tend to move further towards the floor just naturally. And now in this position, bring the knees up together and bring the hands in prayer position in front of the heart space. Inhale, and then when you exhale, bring the palms together above the head, knees open so that they're towards the floor, stretching up through the torso. Inhale, bring the knees together, palms back to the heart space. Exhale, knees open, palms above the head. So complete another 3 rounds, so 4 rounds in total of this practice. Really feeling that full body stretch from the inside of the thighs right up through the torso. And when in your own time you reach your 5th round of this practice, bring the knees back together and then slide the legs along the floor and come back into Shavasana. So bringing the hands beside the body with the palms facing the sky. And take some time again just to observe and accept what's happening for you right now. Next, we'll do a bridge posture. So bring the soles of the feet to the floor, but not really close to the buttocks, just a little bit away. And place the palms flat on the floor underneath the buttocks, bringing the elbows in further underneath the body. Inhale and push through the soles of the feet to raise the buttocks. And exhale, bring the buttocks back to the backs of the hands on the floor. Complete another 4 rounds of this practice, remembering to push through the heels, coordinating the breath with the movement, and observing what's happening for you at this moment. If you can, with the final round, try and hold it a little bit longer, and even then observe what's happening for you. After you've finished your 5th round, keep the feet in front of the buttocks, and then Bring the knees to the chest. Wrap the arms around the knees and just massage the back in whatever way is right for you. You might want to do circles. You might want to rock down the spine or side to side, just to loosen up the back and any tension in the back. And then once you finish your massage, keep the knees to the chest. Then inhale and then exhale. After you exhale, bring the nose up towards the knees. Hold for your own duration. And then inhale, gently bringing the head back to the floor. Complete another 4 rounds of this practice. And if you can, with the final round, hold that again a little bit longer. And when you have finished your 5th round, again taking your own time, bring the soles of the feet back to the floor. And you can either, for the next practice, bring the arms out to the side or place them behind the head. We're going to move now into a spinal twist. So inhale, and then as you exhale, with the knees together but both feet in contact with the floor, bring the knees to the right and turn the head to the left if that works for you. If not, keep the head in a neutral position. But breathe while you're in this practice, allowing the spine to ease in to the posture very gently. And then inhale, bring the knees back to center. Exhale, bring the knees to the left and turn the head to the right. Again, just allowing the body to ease in. Knees back to center and head back to center. And complete this practice another 4 times on each side. And you'll notice that your spine, when allowed to gently ease in, will become more flexible. And that could be a metaphor for us as well. Sometimes a situation may seem completely unbearable, but after a while, easing in gently, we grow in acceptance. When you've reached your final round, your 5th round of this practice, lie back in Shavasana. And in Shavasana, again, being the witness, observing what the practices have done to the body and the mind. And now gently come up into a sitting position for pranayama. Making sure that you're sitting comfortably and that the chest is open but relaxed. And again, checking your spine, that your head and neck are aligned. Our first practice of pranayama, we'll do two in this class. The first practice will be nadi shodhanam, so bringing the right hand to the face and placing the first and middle finger at the eyebrow center, covering the right nostril gently with the right thumb. Inhale through the left nostril to the eyebrow center, covering the left nostril, exhaling out of the right, uncovering the right, and then inhaling through the right, uncovering the left, exhaling out of the left. It's inhaling through the left to the eyebrow center, exhaling through the right, inhaling through the right, and then exhaling through the left. If you have your own count, please feel free to use that. If you retain the breath after each inhalation and each exhalation for a small duration, please feel free to do that. But again, this practice should be completed so that you are not gasping for air or running out of air. It should be completed comfortably, again, accepting where you are in your own practice. We'll complete this practice for another minute or so. Now, the next time that you exhale from the left nostril, release the hand and then focus on breathing through both nostrils to the eyebrow center. And our next pranayama practice will be Ujjayi pranayama. So for this practice, it's a slight contraction of at the throat, and it's been described as when you inhale through the nose, and it's almost like you're inhaling, it feels like through the throat. It makes a sound that's been compared to a baby sleeping or the ocean. It's almost a soft snoring sound. And there's a mudra called Khichdi mudra where you can curl the tongue to the roof of the mouth. That is often done in this pranayama practice as well, if you are comfortable doing that. And so you're inhaling through the nose and having that slight contraction as you breathe in and also when you breathe out. And the breath is a deep abdominal breath. And if you would like to add a mantra to the breath, you can add on the inhalation the mantra so on the inhalation and hum on the exhalation. And now release the mantra. Release the mudra if you are doing one. And then release Ujjayi pranayama and come back to the natural breath. And now very gently and mindfully come down into Shavasana to prepare for Yoga Nidra. Lying on the back in Shavasana, making sure that you are comfortable and warm enough or cool enough wherever you may be, just so that you don't need to move throughout the practice. Legs should be hip width apart, with all tension released from the legs and the feet flopping to the sides. Arms are a little bit away from the body with the palms facing up. There's balance between the left and the right sides of the body. And you may like to tuck your chin in just a little just to check that your head and neck are aligned. And take a long, deep inhalation. And when you exhale, release the body into the floor. Take another long, deep inhalation, this time concentrating on the face. So releasing any remaining expression on the face, checking you're not clenching your jaw. There's no tightness in the muscles behind the eyes. Just allowing the face and the whole body to relax. And feel the body's contact against the floor. Begin first by feeling the heels against the floor. And feel the back of the legs against the floor. Feel the back of the hands and the arms against the floor. Feel the back and the shoulders against the floor. And feel the back of the head and the neck against the floor. And observe how all of these different points of contact create one singular point of contact between the body and the floor. And become aware now of sound. Listen first for sounds that are way off in the distance. Don't try and name or identify the sounds in any way. Just move your awareness from one sound to the next as you hear it. And bring the sounds a little closer now, the sound awareness closer. So just outside the room where you are. And again, just move the awareness to each sound after you hear the one before. And now bring your sound awareness to the room where you are, inside the room, taking the same approach of just moving the awareness from sound to sound. And now bring the sound awareness even closer to the sounds inside the body, beginning first with the sound and the sensation of the heartbeat. And now move the awareness to the sound and the sensation of the natural breath. Release the sound awareness now and call to mind your Sankalpa. Mentally repeat it 3 times now. We'll now rotate the awareness around the body. Listen to my instructions, and when I say the name of a body part, mentally repeat the name of that part, visualize that part, and bring your awareness to that part. We'll begin with the right side of the body with the right hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger. Palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the chest, right waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. Moving now to the left side of the body with the left hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger, palm of the left hand, back of the left hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of the chest, left waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. Moving now to the back of the body with the heels, the back of the legs, the buttocks, the small of the back, the middle of the back, the shoulder blades, the space between the shoulder blades, the back of the neck, and the entire spinal column, the back of the head, and the crown of the head. Moving now to the face with the forehead, the temples, the eyebrows, and the eyebrow center, the ears, the eyes, the cheeks, the nose, the lips, the jaw, the chin, the throat, the collarbones, and the pit of the throat, the right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, and the center of the chest, the right side of the abdomen, the left side of the abdomen, and the navel, the right side of the pelvis, the left side of the pelvis, and the groin, the whole right leg, the whole left leg, and both legs together, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, and both arms together, the whole torso, the whole neck, the whole head, the whole front of the body, the whole back of the body, and the whole body. Have a sense now, all at once, the whole body. Bring the awareness now back to the natural breath. Observe how subtle the natural breath has become. And also observe the rise and the fall of the navel in response to the natural breath. And we'll now add a visualization to the natural breath. The visualization will be the following. Imagine the breath as a soft, rhythmic wave flowing in and out of the body. With each inhalation, the wave brings a sense of calm and a feeling of acceptance. And as you exhale, you imagine the wave gently receding and carrying away any resistance, tension, or judgment. Inhaling calm, exhaling resistance, tension, and judgment. And if the mind wanders, bring it back by using the breath as an anchor. Release the breath visualization now, and instead feel the following opposite sensations in the body. The body is becoming lighter and lighter. The body feels as though you are floating above the floor. The body feels weightless, as though it's hovering above the floor. Release this feeling of lightness now and exchange it instead with a feeling of heaviness. The body is feeling heavier and heavier. The body feels so heavy, it feels like it's sinking into the floor. The body feels so heavy, it feels like it's pressing against the floor. The body is feeling heavier and heavier. Release this feeling of heaviness now and replace it instead with a feeling of coolness. The body is feeling colder and colder. The body feels like it's outside on a freezing winter's day. The body's feeling colder and colder, like it's outside on a freezing winter's day. Release the feeling of coldness now and replace it instead with a feeling of heat. The body's feeling hotter and hotter. The body feels as though it's standing in the sun and its golden rays gently warm the skin. The body's feeling hotter and hotter, like it's underneath the warmth of the sun. Release the feeling of heat now and release all of these sensations and allow the body to come back to a state of equilibrium. And instead, come to the space of the mind, the space behind the closed eyes. And in this space, see, imagine, visualize, or create the following objects and images. You are standing on a peaceful beach. You find a spot on the sand and lie down so that you feel comfortable with the warm sand beneath you. The grains beneath you cushion your body, supporting you completely. And above, the sky is a brilliant blue, and you can hear the gentle rhythmic sound of the waves as they roll in and out of the shore. And as you lie there, focusing on the soothing sound of the waves, you imagine the water lapping gently at the edge of the sea, and each wave rolling in, bringing with it a sense of peace and calm. As the waves retreat, they carry away any tension or worries, leaving you feeling lighter and more relaxed. And on your skin, you feel the soft, salty breeze. It's cool and comforting, and you smell the fresh, clean scent of the ocean air. And as you lie there, fully supported by the earth beneath you, you notice how the sun's warmth seeps through your skin, relaxing every muscle. The sun is gentle, it's light, and it's bright and soothing, and casts the golden glow over everything. And as you feel peaceful in this moment, you also feel accepting of the peace that you are experiencing and this beautiful natural scene. And you know that you can carry this peace and acceptance with you into any situation. And it's time now to bring that with you as you come back onto the mat where you were lying, and call to mind your Sankalpa. Mentally repeat it 3 times now. And allow the breath to deepen in the body just a little, and notice how it moves the back against the floor and the movement the breath creates in the body. And observe your body now and notice how you feel. The practice of yoga nidra is coming to a close. Begin to remember the details of the room that you are in. Remember the color of your mat and your colorings. Begin to hear the sounds around you and remember the world attached to those sounds. And remember the time of day. Begin to make small movements with the fingers and the toes, very gently and kindly, allowing your body to externalize and come back. And begin to move and stretch in a way that's right for you. You might like to move your head gently from side to side, or raise the arms above the head for a full body stretch, whatever is right for you at this moment. And then when you're ready, all in your own time, roll onto the right side of the body. Take a few moments before gently coming up into a comfortable sitting position. Try to keep the eyes closed or downcast so that you can maintain the peace that you've created. And with the eyes closed, again, like we did at the beginning, observe how you're feeling in terms of your body, your mind, and also your spirit. And compare how you feel now to how you felt at the beginning of the class. Just take a few moments to reflect. Now gently bring the awareness to the eyebrow center, and at this point, visualize a steady candle flame, and together we'll chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti to conclude our class on acceptance. Breathing in for Om chanting. Om. 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 Om Shanti Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.